Today I am going to present the objective question and its answer related to the chapter pressure. All these are multiple choice question and this is part 1. Let's have questions and its answer. Okay, what is SI unit of pressure? These are the options. Now it will be better to go through formula of pressure. It is pressure equal to force by area we know. If force is measured in Newton, area is measured in meter square, then the unit of pressure should be Newton per meter square. That's why first option is correct and so we have to tick first option. Newton per meter square, and this is the unit of pressure, but in the name of the scientist Pascal, it is taken as Pascal. Okay, now second. Which of the following statements is correct? Here we have statements 1, 2, 3 and 4. Pressure and area both are directly proportional to force. Pressure and area both are inversely proportional to force. Pressure is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to area. Pressure is inversely proportional to force and directly proportional to area. Looking at this, we may be confused, but it will be better to have the same formula, pressure equal to force by area. If it is so, looking at this mathematical expression, the quantity in numerator in both the sides are directly proportional to each other. But the quantity one in numerator, another in denominator in another side, they are inversely proportional. It means pressure is directly proportional to force, but it is inversely proportional to area. Now we have to see the option. Which option says pressure is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to area? It is written in third option. That's why third option is correct option. Okay, let's have another question. Which of the following relations correctly represents the relationship between pressure, force and area? The relationship is given this way: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Pressure equal to force by area. This is the correct relationship between pressure, force and area. But it is not written here pressure is equal to area by force. This is incorrect option. First option can be cancelled directly. Instead of being force by area, here it is area by force. Now look at the second option. Is it correct? If we take A in one of the side, then we will have this type of expression. A is if taken to left hand side, P is taken to right hand side, P goes in denominator, A goes to numerator. A equal to F by P. Here we have A equal to F by P. The second option seems to be correct, but we have to go through third and fourth also. We have to check it and then we can decide. F equal to P by A. Now if F is taken in one of the side, F is taken in this side, right hand side, let's say P is if taken to left hand side, then P into AB equal to F. F equal to PA. F equal to, here instead of being P into A, P by A is written. That's why this option is also incorrect, and previously it is decided that A equal to F by P, but A equal to P by F is incorrect. So we have to tick the second option, which is correct option. Okay, let's have another question. In which type of substance does Pascal's law apply? Here we have the options. Applies only on solid substance, applies only to liquid substances, applies to liquid and solid substances, applies to all gas, liquid and solid. Which one is correct? You can pause this video and you can think about this option a little, and if you get the correct option, then you can continue the video and check your decision. This way also you can verify yourself whether you are correct or not. But look at this, I want to tell you the answer. Actually Pascal's law is applied only in the liquid substance because liquid cannot be compressed. And liquid transmit pressure from one place to the another place, and whatever is the pressure exerted at one place, the same value of pressure is transmitted to each and every part of the liquid. So this option is correct. Okay, let's have another question. Which of the following is not based on Pascal's law? Here options are given: first, second, third, fourth. Which of the following are not based on Pascal's law? Hydraulic press based on Pascal's law, hydraulic brake its principle is Pascal's law, and hydraulic lift also. But hydraulic power plant, this is not an instrument. Actually, this is the power station where electric power is generated. There are three basic types of electric power stations. One is hydraulic power plant, another is nuclear power plant, and another is thermal power plant. And this is different, completely different, which have no any relation with Pascal's law. That's why hydraulic power plant is not based on what? Pascal's law. Okay, another question regarding the hydraulic press. Which of the following statements is correct? Here we have a statement 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to find the correct statement. When a large force is applied to a small piston, a larger pressure is generated on the large piston. When a large force is applied to the small piston, a smaller pressure is generated on the large piston. A force applied to a large piston is transmitted as a small force. Here we have large piston, small piston. That's why it will be better to have the hydraulic press, which is like this. Okay, now we are clear about this. You are taught in class, when a small force is applied on this small piston, then it exerts pressure in this liquid, and the same pressure is transmitted to the big piston. And small force applied on the small piston magnifies to very huge force in the big piston. This is the working principle of hydraulic press. The pressure in both the sides are equal. Okay, after this, now we can check the options. When a large force is applied to a small piston, a larger pressure is generated on the large piston. No, we cannot compare force with the pressure here. When a large force is applied to a small piston, here if large force is applied, a smaller pressure is generated on the large piston. No, we cannot compare this pressure with force. A force applied to a large piston is transmitted as a smaller force on the small piston. Look at this is the correct option. A force applied to a large piston is transmitted as a small force on the small piston. Here the force will be large, but here the same large force becomes very less in a small piston. This is correct option. That's why we have to select this option. And let's take fourth option also. Pressure applied to a large piston is transmitted as a smaller pressure on the small piston. No, pressure remains same in both the sides. Now let's have another question. Regarding Pascal's law, which of the following statements is correct? Options are 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now solids can be compressed, so this law applies to solid as well. Liquid cannot be compressed, so this law applies only to liquids. Liquid can be compressed, so this law applies only to liquid. Both liquids and solids can be compressed, so this law applies to both. Which one is correct? Just think about this. As we know, Pascal's law is applicable to the liquid only because it cannot be compressed. That's why the second option is correct. Liquids cannot be compressed, so this law applies only to liquid. Okay, this is the correct option. Let's have another question. The question gives a diagram first, and then the question is, in the figure above, L, B and S represents length, breadth and height of the rectangular object respectively. Which pair of surface, when placed on the ground, will exert the maximum pressure? Given options are L and B, L and S, and B and S, and fourth option is L, B and S. Now which option is correct? This given object has a definite weight, and whenever it is placed on the ground, then it applies force equal to its weight. It means whether we take this length and breadth wise or breadth and height wise or length and height wise on the ground, it applies the same force on the ground. But we know that pressure equal to force by area. Force remains same as I told you just now, but area may be different. If it is placed length and breadth wise, the larger area comes in contact with the ground. And if it is placed breadth and height wise, very less area comes in contact with the ground. The same weight force acts through large surface area if it is placed length and breadth wise, and the same x through less surface area when it is placed breadth and height wise, like this. And if area is less, then pressure will be high because pressure is inversely proportional to area. Okay, so we have to decide which option. Third. Okay, let's have another question. If F and A represents force and area, and S and B represents the area of a small and big piston of hydraulic press respectively, then according to Pascal's law, which of the following relations is correct? Okay, these are the relation given: 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have confusing type of relation: Fs by Fb, Ab by As, Fb by upon Fs equal to As by Ab, Af, etc., etc. Instead of being very easy representation F1 by A1 equal to F2 by A2, we have given all these a little confusing. Now it's not so tough to understand. 1 represents small piston, 2 represents big piston. If it is so, the same becomes what? Force on small piston Fs upon area of a small piston As equal to force on big piston upon area of big piston. This is the correct expression according to this given expression. Now we have to check where is present this. Fs by As equal to Fb by AB. Fs by As. Fs by As. Here it is. Fs by As equal to, but incorrect. Instead of being Fs by As equal to Fb by AB, it is Fp into AB. That's why third option is incorrect. And looking at this all expression, what is seen? Force is taken in one of the side and area is taken in another side. Why don't we do the same? If Fv is taken to left hand side, then we'll have this expression Fs by Fb, and As is if taken to right hand side, As by AB. So this can be compared with the given expression Fs by Fb. Where it is? Fs by Fb, here it is, equal to As by AB, As by AB. The fourth option is correct. Okay, now let's have another question. Here we have certain statement and arguments. Looking at statement and arguments, we have to decide which option is correct. Looking at these arguments, it will be better to have hydraulic brake. So I want to show you hydraulic brake this way, and with the help of this figure you can recall the matter related to hydraulic brake. But in the examination this is not given. You have to remember which piston is small, which piston is large, and at which piston we have to apply the force, and what will be the magnification of this force at another piston, etc. You have to remember. But to make you very clear, I have taken this diagram here. Now let's see the statement and argument. A hydraulic brake system based on Pascal's law multiplies force. This is correct because less amount of force applied on the brake pedal magnifies to huge force, and a vehicle moving with high speed can also be stopped because of this magnified force, which also allows it to stop a moving vehicle. Yeah, this option is correct. Statement 1 is correct, and here option number 1, only statement is correct is written, but maybe argument 1 or 2, both or one of them correct. That's why we have to check the argument also. In this system, the piston near the wheel is small, but the force generated is large. Piston near the wheel is small. Here the wheel, the near the wheel, this piston is big piston, not the small. That's why argument 1 is incorrect. Now what about argument 2? Here statement and argument 2 are correct is written. Now in this system, the piston near the feet is large. Piston near the feet means it is near to the brake pedal. Here small piston, but here it is written large. So this option is also incorrect. I mean to say argument 2 is incorrect. Argument 1 is incorrect. That's why this option number 2 and 3, which says that statement and argument 1 and statement and argument 2 are correct, Both are incorrect, and both the arguments are correct is written. This is also incorrect. Only the statement is correct. This option, first option, is the correct option. That's why we have to tick it. Okay, now let's have another question. Regarding the given figure, which of the following statements is correct? Here, the figure is given and statements are given. We have 4 different statements. First, you have to identify this diagram. This is the diagram of hydraulic jack. You have to decide this first, and then only you can go through different options. The figure shows a hydraulic lift. No, this is not the hydraulic lift. This is hydraulic jack. The figure shows a hydraulic lift, again written. We don't have to see this second line, even though if you want you can see the second line also, second sentence also. When force is applied to its lever, valve V1 closes and valve V2 opens. But this is not hydraulic lift, this is hydraulic jack. That's why both the option number 1 and 2 are rejected. Okay, number 3, the figure shows a hydraulic jack. Yes, when force is applied to its lever, valve V2 closes and valve V1 opens. If we apply force here at lever, then valve, what is told here, V2 closes. V2 is here. The first valve is V2. V2 closes. Yes, V2 closes. The pressure will transfer from this line and V1 opens. It means pressure transmit to this lifting piston through this line. So V1 is set in such a way that it open towards left hand side, and V2 is set in such a way that it open towards right hand side. So when we apply force on lever, it opens V1, not V2. V2 remains closed and V1 opens and pressure transmits to lifting piston. And this is the correct option. Number 3 is correct. But let's take 4th also. The figure shows a hydraulic jack. When force is applied to its lever, valve B1 closes and B2 opens. B1 closes. B1 closes. This is incorrect. B2 opens. This is incorrect, because if B2 opens, then pressure will transmit to this oil storage. It won't transmit to lifting piston. Our target is to lift this part which is set with the vehicle near to its wheel, to change the wheel, because we have to lift that part of the vehicle and the wheel has to be changed. So this V1 opens and V2 remains closed. Third option is correct option. Okay, looking at all these, you may think about this question. Some of the questions are a little complex, some are easy. It happens in the examination. This helps you to understand the subject matter related to the chapter pressure. Okay, now I want to stop it. Now we'll meet in another class. Thank you.